Welcome to Charge the Void.
Thank you very much, Andrew. I think it's so exciting for us to be able to step into this next venture, the spot that we're going to get into. And some of the things that I definitely want to bring up is the diversity and the fullness of parkour, how parkour has translated differently among the different academies in South Africa, the different people taking part, the traceurs, the coaches, the entire community. We're all interpreting it differently. And even so, as from its origins coming from Europe, not only how it spread throughout the world, but how we had to interpret it for South Africa, for our climate, for our building styles, and how that has come to par. I think there is a whole great deal of value in what can come out from there, and these are things I'm very, very much looking forward to.
Yes, and that's what we want to do in this podcast, is we want to build that community of traceurs and parkour fanatics, and then we want to demonstrate what we have here in South Africa and how it is different from the rest of the world. But we also want to bring that exposure to the rest of the world to show them that South Africa does have a parkour scene and that it does exist, and that they could potentially learn things from us, and how our building style is limiting in one aspect and abundant in the other fact. And we just want to be able to take this that we have and expose it to the rest of the world and insert it into the rest of the world as the South African parkour scene.
And also to bring awareness to parkour as a whole. It's too often that I get calls from parents who don't know how to spell parkour. It's parkour, and it's scary how all the names come out. And then also that people don't and they will always say that I didn't know this existed, and then I Googled and I found you, and we've been around for more than a decade. So we can definitely use more exposure, more being out there, and pressing through platforms such as these.
Podcast, for me, it's this new thing we've been doing, and as you all know, we've been filming some crew videos. Go check it out on our channel. There's a few videos. This is just, for me, an upgrade. It's in the deeper side of SPRING, of who we are. Here you're gonna hear what we talk about when we don't talk, when we're outside doing parkour or filming with the crew. This is where we discuss the techniques about what we do. Not just that, even the parkour. This is basically, for me, like a behind the scenes of what you've been seeing.
So join us as we talk about parkour training and tips. We're going to review some crew days. We're going to talk about the impact of parkour in the real world, how it translates to life and work, and how you can use parkour for more. We're going to be discussing parkour in the South African community, and we're also going to be discussing the principles and the mechanics of what it is that we do, how we do it, and how all of this comes into being, so that we could have the results in our students, in our traceurs, for them to be able to grow.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be reaching out to other academies, inviting some coaches, some students, and then our own crew members, and we're even going to be inviting some of our partners to come speak with us.
I'm definitely looking forward to inviting some of the pillars of our parkour community, whether it is online or physically, to come visit us in our studio. Our studio has really grown from what we had just the other day. It was like the single line and a very simplistic, let's go with simplistic setup, and how it's changed just in a short time frame, how we've gotten and added things and dealt with sound, and in that same breath, I'm excited for what it will turn into, how much more we can build this up, the decor and the things.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the studio expand, and as we build it up and seeing what it can become at one day, and see where we can take this podcast to, and what we can create from it, the community that we can create and walk with, if I can say it like that we can take them along for this journey, invite you guys along on this journey, and have you see this grow and become something big and that you are able to join us on this thing. I'm really looking forward to that.
And definitely our ability. None of us we haven't planned any of these. And that'll also, it will become more mature, our value and how we present and how we have these discussions will definitely grow. I can see how it's been already, how there's been increase. So this is our studio. This is the idea we have in terms of our podcast. And we would like for you to join us on our journey as we become Charge the Void. 2023 was a rough year.
I was doing Taekwondo. The environment didn't work for me.
How important do you think it is for someone to connect with the sport?
You can't go train for 3 weeks, then you take a 3-week break. One guy's going to tackle you and you're going to break your leg.
Get married to rugby. You eat gymnastics, you live gymnastics, you sleep gymnastics, you watch gymnastics.
He was doing this thing called parkour.
It's simple.
I have to motivate you. When your girlfriend dumped you,
That is when I started growing.
Let's be a squalling girlfriend. How do you do that? But I wasn't strong.
you also have two different kinds of students. The students that last are the people who